Hey guys, good afternoon to you. I don't know if you guys have been, following what's going on, but there is an article talking about skin bleaching in men have contributed greatly to low sperm count. Because if you notice in Jamaica for the last few years, fertility rate is down. I never related it to skin bleaching. Skin bleaching is totally different. For example, like when people use, let us say they use the natural products, like they use the shea butters and the cocoa butters, and so to sort of give their skin a glowing look versus the raw bleach. Remember, a few years ago, Dion Jackson Miller was interviewing a few women predominantly. I don't recall if any men was in it, but I think there were only women. Yeah, maybe there was a guy. Yes, there was one guy. I think. And they used a lot of harsh chemicals. These abrasive, harsh chemicals in terms of their bleaching, because they said they needed it to move quickly. When they use lighter things, it's slow, and they need to move from. One lady said it made her more beautifuler. Yeah, I think that was her term. Something like that. I think that's how she had coined it. But it affects somewhere in the body. A symposium took place in fairly recent times at the university, and they were talking about it, that there's something in the chemicals of these bleaching elements, because they're very strong, because there are people who bleach and then there are people who bleach. Let me tell you, sometimes I wonder if it's actual acid they throw on their skin. When you have the acid and it just melts the color of your skin, and you see this white look, this plain white look, that's how it seems. I wonder what the heck is in these bleaching elements. And I know that the app can make you have the little thing where can make your face look different and so on, because I've seen it when you scroll on it. We're not talking that. We're talking about when you see them and they are as white as snow. White as snow. White as snow. I must interject. I know sometimes when people go to dermatologists, especially if they have skin abrasions, if they have like acne and it leaves marks, then there are some bleaching elements that are used to get your skin back in one tone. But I guess it's something a little more healthy, nothing, maybe a little bit of whatever, so that the spots can go. We understand that. We know that dermatologists use it, but they expect that once your skin comes back in one tone or one color, that you just maintain your own self, as opposed to bleach your skin and bleach and keep getting rid of the melanin, get rid of the melanin, and it ages your skin. One man was saying that the more he bleaches, and he was as white as an albino, and that women actually like it. I don't know where he got that from, because he looked to me like somebody actually mixed jazz with bleach, with acid, and maybe Lysol spray, and just poured it over him. That's how he looked to me. I don't know. Maybe he thinks that people find that Smeagol look attractive. I don't know. Whatever floats their boat. So guys, understand, because some men may think that because the woman is pregnant that they're with, within the same time that they would have had sexual intercourse with the woman. As somebody said, there was one particular case I heard. The man had 5 kids. He was filing for 5. Not even piece of one of the picnic was his. 5 and 0 was his. The jacket and the tie and the shirt are a common assault. So don't make the assumption. And sometimes you can't even look at because the child resembles you. I've seen cases where I've seen a child that resembles a particular man, and when they check it out, I thought it was the man's child. It was not. And the child resembles, so you can't even look at that too. You have to literally do the DNA test, because the jacketing is the order of the day. And when you bleach to where you look bad. It looks horrible. It's not even say you say, all right, let me just kind of, maybe my skin bad color, I'm trying to get it in one. As I said, I know dermatologists will use that, especially if your face breaks out or your body breaks out into acne, and it gives you a discoloration, or eczema is known for that. It gives a discoloration, on the skin, like a discolored look, and people don't like to look pitchy patchy. It looks away, like looking at checkers, and so on. So they try to, but they use like toning things, like they are, well, not necessarily the toner, and the facial, whatever it is. Things, you know, that are maybe herbal concentrate or healthy or whatever it is, because we all want to keep our skin nice. We want to look good. I don't know, people associate brown with looking nice. I don't know, but you know, I've seen dark, very dark skin that looks really, really nice and light skin that doesn't look good. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that a lot of the bleaching elements that are being used, the abrasion, or the let me call it the abrasive elements in them, they're too harsh, and it is not made for the skin. They're not made for the skin, even to the point of using bleach. Remember years ago, Dan Jackson Miller had interviewed some people where bleach was used in it. Some very harsh. The lady's hand was bleached till it burnt, and one of the women, her face was burnt. She bleached so much that it burnt. It was burnt, like the burned look on her face. Burnt, because it's not made for the skin. They even tell you sometimes when you're cleaning, you know, that is part and parcel why we use a dust mask. The dust mask. They use a dust mask on the face, because when you inhale that thing, you know, sometimes, you know, you have to drink a whole heap of water for you to feel refreshing, you know. You feel like you're losing it. You feel like you feel discombobulated, literally out of it, you know, delirious even, because the chemicals are harsh. And sometimes they're associated with people developing all manner of diseases and illnesses because of the inhalation, you know, of these different chemicals. So when you keep putting it in your skin, rubbing it, these harsh chemicals making your skin white, snow, you're dark as midnight, and then tomorrow morning you're white as snow. That cannot be healthy. That cannot be healthy. And it's something that in a jiffy, you look that way, and it gives you and when you come back, you know what ends up happening, because you're bleaching the skin. If you don't consistently bleach it, what happens? You look parched, you know, like you look like somebody put your face over a stove for days, a hot stove, you know, and then they release it, so you look burnt. It gives a burnt look, not just coming back darker, but it looks parched, like it's your skin thirsty, you know, like you're in the desert for days or months, your skin begging for a little water in a dry and thirsty land, in an oasis. That's how it looks. Horrible. Sorry. So guys, it's contributing to your low sperm count. And if it contributes to a low sperm count, maybe it even contributes to your libido in terms of that sexual performance that you would give, that drive that you would have sexually. So, I mean, if your drive is high, you know, to a certain degree, you know, it might, more than likely, it must enhance your performance. It's like a motor vehicle. If a motor vehicle can go at a full throttle, at a certain kind of speed, it gives it, the performance of that vehicle tends to be very good, versus if it's slow and lagging. So I'm sure that it affects the sperm count. One, when you find it that you can't really impregnate the woman, really. And two, you find that your libido low, and then your performance ends up going off. You know, I'm going to hear say, Bunny, I got to start get. Because, I mean, one thing, you know, you don't want a sexually frustrated woman. A woman is frustrated because you're not performing well. And then when she look at you, you look like a lizard with acid thrown on you. That's what ends up happening. That's how you look. You're not attractive, men. I don't know who told some of the men that. I saw where the man was speaking. No, you look like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. In fact, you look like Smeagol with AIDS. You look bad. You look horrible. You look non-human. You look non-alien too. Because at least E.T. could have been, you could have beheld the sight of E.T. as the alien. Remember the friendly alien back in the day? So you're not performing sexually. Your girlfriend or your wife is not pleased. And then you just help for her to cheat on you. I want you to understand the ramifications of your bleaching. It sounds bad. Well, I know me say so, the doctor them say so, says the skin bleaching, so better make your calling and election through men. Guys, Follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message.